in the kitchen with Chef Kev, making us a pork chili verde for National Chili Month. And he's got a sweet treat for us too, which I just found out about and I'm super excited.
Yeah. So look, we had sauteed down the onions and the bell peppers, use red and yellow, to a mush. Seasoned it, a little Creole seasoning, nutmeg. Also did some chili powder. Now, this is chili Verde. Okay. This is green chilies. Now, these can pack a punch. How much punch do you want? It's up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna add more in later.
Okay. Well, that looks like a lot of punch.
We're gonna get our pork back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna add some stock to this, and we're just gonna let this cook. All right, and this will simmer. What you have there, what you're working on is dessert over there.
Yeah, I just whipped some eggs. What else was in here?
There was an egg, a can of condensed milk, and a splash of vanilla. Okay. Okay. Now, what's gonna happen with that is I had taken 2 cups of flour. Okay. Half a cup of powdered sugar, 2 sticks of butter, cut the butter into the flour. I press it into the pan. I sprayed the pan really good, press it in the pan, baked it off 15 minutes. So this is our crust. Okay. Okay. What we have here are pecans, and you know the Heath Bar crunches?
That's my favorite.
English stuff. So we're gonna dump that in. Okay. So just fold that in. Okay. Because once we get that folded in, we're gonna pour this over the top, and we're gonna bake it in the oven for about 15, 20 minutes, just for it to get nice and brown. And you know what? I probably put in too many pecans. Look how thick that is. But it'll work.
Nice.
You know?
It'll probably end up tasting better. Okay.
Yeah.
So then dump this?
Yeah. So we're just gonna kind of spread it over the top.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It is thick. Yeah.
So that's another excuse to use some more condensed milk.
Oh,
you know?
You can't have a snowball without condensed milk.
And that's what I like about this, using a spatula like that. Now don't be too rough, because you don't want to disturb your crust too much. Okay. So just,
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, I know.
I definitely needed the warning.
Yeah, but you see how you turn your pan? That's great. Because a lot of times folks don't think about, oh, I can turn the pan and get it done. Nice. But see how simple that is?
Delicious.
So basically, we're going to put that in the oven and bake it off for just 20 minutes. And what's nice is you can make this in advance. Once it cools off, you can store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Oh, nice. And just keep them in there. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a lemon bar, but something completely different.
Yeah.
Like the way it turns out.
Now here with our chili, the only thing I have to do to our chili is we're going to add some chicken stock to it and let it go and let our pork get nice and tender, and this will be ready. And
you have all the servings to go on top?
Exactly. We have sour cream, cheese, some corn chips. There we go.
All right, that's all you need. And you can find all of Chef Kev's recipes on our website, wwltv.com. You can also find them on our Roku channel. And we'll be back in the kitchen at 8 o'clock to see the completed meal. Alexandra.